Hi everyone. Today, let's talk about strings in Java. A string in Java is basically a sequence of characters, like the words and sentences we use every day. Think of it like a chain of letters, numbers, and symbols. For example, when you want to say hello, world, in your program, you use a string. In Java, you create a string by putting your text inside double quotes, like this, string greeting equals hello, world. Here, greeting is a variable that stores our text. Strings are super useful for storing any kind of text, like names, messages, or even entire paragraphs. They are fundamental to making your programs interactive and user-friendly. So, whenever you need to handle text in your Java programs, remember to use strings. An array in Java is like a special container that can hold a bunch of values all of the same type. Imagine you have a box with several compartments, and each compartment can hold a number. This is what an array does for your variables. For example, if you want to store the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 together, you can use an array like this, int, numbers equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, numbers is the name of the array, and it holds 5 integer values. Arrays are super handy when you need to work with a group of related values. Instead of creating a separate variable for each number, you can store them all in one array, making your code cleaner and easier to manage. So, whenever you need to handle multiple values of the same type, remember to use arrays in your Java programs. A class in Java is like a blueprint for creating objects. Think of it like an architectural plan for a house. Just as a blueprint defines how a house will look and function, a class defines how an object will look and behave. For example, let's say we want to create objects that represent dogs. We can create a class like this, class dog, string breed, int age. Here, dog is the class, and it has two properties, breed and age. When we create an object from this class, like dog my dog equals new dog, we are making a specific dog with a breed and an age. We can have many dog objects, each with different breeds and ages, all based on the same blueprint. Classes help us organize our code and make it reusable. They define the properties, like breed and age, and behaviors, like bark or fetch, that our objects will have. So, whenever you need to create objects with specific properties and behaviors, remember to use classes in your Java programs. An interface in Java is like a contract that classes must follow. Imagine it as a set of rules or guidelines. When a class agrees to follow an interface, it promises to implement certain behaviors defined by that interface. For example, let's say we have an interface called animal with two behaviors, eat and sleep. It looks like this, interface animal, void eat, void sleep. Here, animal is the interface, and it specifies that any class implementing it must have eat and sleep methods. When a class implements this interface, like class dog implements animal, it has to include those methods, void eat, and void sleep. This ensures that all animals, whether they are dogs, cats, or birds, will have these common behaviors. Interfaces help us ensure that different classes follow the same rules and have the same methods, even if they do different things inside those methods. They are a powerful way to enforce consistency in your code. So, whenever you need to define common behaviors for different classes, remember to use interfaces in your Java programs. An enum in Java is a special kind of class that represents a group of constants, which are values that never change. Think of it like a fixed list of options you can choose from. For example, let's say we want to represent the days of the week. We can create an enum like this, enum day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Here, day is the enum, and it lists all the days of the week as constants. Enums are super useful when you have a fixed set of related values that you want to group together. They make your code easier to read and understand because you can use meaningful names instead of numbers or strings. So, whenever you need to define a collection of constants, remember to use enums in your Java programs.